let me transfer you.
Switch to Farm Bureau Insurance today and get real service instead of getting really tangled up. For auto, home, life, and health, get the membership advantage. Get Farm Bureau Insurance.
Let's go, Sam. Hey, let's get it going, guys. Here we go. Might as well do it again, Sam. 1, 2, 3. Fire! Wide up. Let's go. On the line. Day one training camp.
Well, I think, we came in as early as we possibly could because I think, if you have single practices, obviously I think you get max effort out of the guys. I'm from the school of thought that the more rested these guys are, the better they perform. Well, I mean, obviously the spring game was a few months ago, and, we'll have a couple of different looks. We have some guys back from injuries. We have some new guys that weren't here in the spring. So, everybody has a clean slate, and we're starting from square one. Obviously, we have some guys that are penciled in as starters right now, but we're trying to have, as competitive as a camp as we can possibly have.
Without getting into you haven't had to make a quarterback decision to this point. You're going to have to make one soon. Without talking about the decision itself, can you just talk about maybe the decision-making process that you're going to go through?
Well, just like I've been saying all along, there's no timetable. And as far as the process, it's going to be the guy who leads the team, the guy who manages the huddle. It's going to be the guy who moves the chains. We just want the best guy for the job. Right now, we've got two guys that are great for the job, and we'll sort it out as it goes.
Can you speak to a couple other positions, one being your offensive line? Do you feel any better given what you've seen over the summer or heard over the summer in terms of development than you did in spring?
Well, I feel better because, we've got Kevin Westervelt back from injury. We've got Ryan Goss back from injury, and obviously we picked up Richard Muldrow. So those are three guys right there that weren't even around in the spring. So I feel better about having older, experienced guys back in the lineup. But again, those guys who got through the spring, those guys gained invaluable reps.
People have been trying to figure out how you get 7 first-team all-CAA guys that are picked 6th. Do you have a theory?
I think a lot of it's the unknown. People are going to want to see how I'll respond to this challenge. People are going to want to, see who our quarterback is. They're going to want to know, who our offensive line is. So I think, part of the reason is the unknown, and two, it's a good conference. I think you could probably take the top 7 or 8 teams in this league and shake them up in a bag and come out in any order. I mean, we've been picked, worse than that and won the conference championship, while I've been here. So, it kind of is what it is.
You talked about the Heat a minute ago. Will you adjust accordingly depending on the days, or are you one of these fellows who wants to just push through whatever's out there? We'll
push through, but I think that the great thing that we have here is we have the ability to actually go over and practice on grass. And I think if we go over and practice on our grass fields, it's a little bit cooler, but we don't know what the temperature is going to be that night in Charlottesville, so we're going to prepare, the best way we can.